Today's topic is about AI strategies that drive real growth. We will look beyond AI as a standard technology and focus on how it can support faster decision and a more business operation. The key message is simple. AI doesn't create business value by itself. The value comes when the AI agent can work with connected, reliable, and relevant business data. For today's section, the foundation of the data is SAP Business One. I will take you through the business case and how the AI agent connects to SAP Business One and walk through some practical scenario. And let me start with a brief introduction to B1 Solutions. We are headquartered in Switzerland and operate in more than 35 countries, supporting customers around the world. Over the last 20 years, we have successfully delivered more than 1,000 SAP implementations across multiple industries. And what differentiates us is that we are not simply an ERP implementation partner. We work with customers across their entire digital transformation journey, from ERP implementation and cloud hosting to analytics, managed services, AI, and continuous solution support. Our customers benefit from having one single partner who understands both the business processes and the technology landscape. And our global footprint allows us to support companies with consistent standards while maintaining local expertise worldwide. Whether you are operates in Asia Pacific or you have rep office or branch office in Europe, in Americas, the objective is the same. One implementation approach, one governance framework, and access to local knowledge when it is required. This becomes increasingly important as business nowadays standardize their ERP foundation and introduce new capabilities such as analytics and AI across multiple entities. And we are now moving into the focus of the webinar. AI, we know about AI. AI can generate impressive responses, but business decisions require more than just fluent languages. They require the current customer and up-to-date information, transactions, inventory, financial information, and business truths. Before we go into details, I would like to understand where everyone here is on their AI journey today. And please take a moment to respond to this short poll by scanning the QR codes. You may find the QR code in the chat box also. Priscilla will be sharing the link with you. Okay, we are seeing the responses coming in. We give a few more seconds. Mhm. Wow, it's about 50-50. So I can see that a lot of you guys, right, are evaluating potential use cases in AI. About close to 50%. That's pretty impressive. So you guys know about AI agent, or maybe you are using some sort of AI agent for your day-to-day operations or even your day-to-day life. Okay, good, good. So we are on the right track. I hope this section you will learn how the AI adoption can be improved using SAP Business One. Okay, we will keep the poll open, and if you have any other questions, right, you can just type your questions in the Q&A. So we will move on to the presentation first. And okay, let me just go back to my slides. Okay, and again, thanks for your response. So generally, organization commonly hesitate for the three reasons. So first of all is the return on the investment. It may be unclear to you. Many companies, they are interested in AI, but they are uncertain where to begin or how to measure the value. And secondly, There are some concerns regarding the data privacy, the security, and the governance. And lastly, many organizations may face skill gaps, change resistance, and integration complexity. These are valid reasons, but they are not the reasons. There are reasons to start safely, but not the reason to stop. And at the same time, the case for beginning is getting stronger. AI can automate repetitive work and release capacity for more valuable activities. It can turn operational information into faster decision. It also gives organization time to build workforce capability before the competitive gap becomes larger. Our recommendation is to start small, govern well, and scale only when what proves valuable. AI adoption should be treated as a business capability, not simply just a technology project. And today's webinar, it is not another ERP features tour. We are focusing on 4 business outcomes. The first is with the AI adoption, you can improve your decision making. The AI agent should help user interpret live business context and explain what requires attention. And the second is to reduce the manual work. Repetitive searching, summarizing, and drafting can be converted into the guided AI or ERP workflow. The third is action with context. Rather than copying data manually, you can retrieve relevant data. For example, the SAP Business One context through the MCP server. And the fourth is the responsible scaling. Authorization, validation, and human approval remain essential around the business action. So the goal is not automation for its own sake. The goal is better business execution. And how do we make AI useful? So a generic AI tool answers using the information available in the conversation. What is good for health? What is the latest news today? And what is the price of the fuel of the oil today? So this may produce a polished response, but it does not automatically know which customer record is up to date, which is current stock information, which stock is available, which document flow applies, and whether the user is authorized to perform an action. ERP connected AI is a totally different story. It can use the current data, such as the customer information, item, inventory, orders, and financial information. It can work within the business rules, such as the authorizations, document flow, and the validation. Most importantly, it can point towards a governed next step inside the ERP system, such as SAP Business One. And the objective is not an AI agent that knows everything in the system. It is an AI agent that receives the right business context safely and can explain how it reached its responses. And then before an AI agent can provide meaningful business insights, the company needs a connected and trusted digital foundation. SAP Business One brings customer, sales, purchasing, inventory, and financial information into one single ERP platform. The SAP Business One provides users with a modern workspace to access this information and perform their daily day-to-day activities. This connected environment allows the AI agent to work with structured business data instead of fragmented spreadsheet and disconnected application or even Microsoft Excel web spreadsheet. And the SAP Business One is trusted by more than 85,000 companies across more than 170 countries. It is designed specifically for companies that requires enterprise-level functionality without enterprise-level complexity. For our AI discussion, the most important point is not the number of features, the number of modules in SAP Business One. It is that SAP Business One holds structured master data, transactions, and business process in one single environment. This gives the AI agent a reliable source of operational context instead of the fragmented spreadsheet and disconnected application. So I'm now switch briefly to SAP Business One, and this is the modern system which you can access the same connected business foundation before the AI journey. I'm going to switch and toggle to my SAP Business One system over here. Okay, I hope you can see my system right now. You should be seeing some tiles and some cards, okay, on my browser. I'm using Chrome. So with SAP Business One, you can access the system anytime, anywhere using browser. Look and feel of the SAP Business One web client running on the web browser version. And it's a powerful single ERP system that build a strong foundation for your AI journey. So other than the data, you can perform a lot of other searching function, tracking function in SAP Business One, and it provides a very good audit trail. So for example, this is a role-based system. So I can select what functions and dashboard that I would like to see based on my role. So I'm now a sales manager, and the function, the tasks that I'm seeing related to my job role. And you can do some personalization. So if you would like to remove any of these particular functions, right, you can just click across, okay, to remove it. Or if you would like to add a new function or new dashboard into your homepage, so-called, you can just open it and add any functions that is available in SAP Business One easily. You do not have to ask your IT to do it for you anymore. And another powerful function that we always like to see is the enterprise search. So using the enterprise search, you can literally search anything in SAP Business One. So give you an example, I'm a sales manager. I want to search anything related to my largest customer called Unache. So I can just type the company name or the customer Unache using the enterprise search. With the HANA in-memory technology, the system would give me the result, the search result very, very quickly. So Unache over here, I know that there are some sales documents for Unache. There are 187 sales invoices. There are 350 sales order. But today, I'm not interested in all those revenue-related documents. I want to look at the sales quotation. So you can just click on the sales quotation documents over here. So the system would actually summarize, okay, all the sales quotation only. We don't stop here. So you can run multiple filters in order to find your information. So for example, I have all the informations over here. It is a lot. I do not want to see everything. I do not want to scroll up and down to look for the particular quotation that I wanted to do. So I can either filter by the posting date here, but it doesn't mean that we have only 5 filters over here. You could actually build your own filters. So for example, I want to search all the quotation, particularly in the year 2025 and maybe January. So what I can do is I would just set up the filter over here, and the system will automatically do the filter for me instantly. And once I have it right, I can see that in January 2025, there are 2 sales quotation. And if I'm authorized, if I have the authorization to view the original sales quotation, I'll be able to do a drill down to look at or to open the original sales quotation document that has been saved in my SAP Business One. I'm not going to take you through the data entry, but I wanted to show you some good features like, for example, relationship map. So tracking is important. We need to know, okay, the relevant documents, numbers from quotation to sales order to DO to invoice. So using the relationship map over here, the system gives you a very, very clear overview of how these documents are interrelated. From here, I know that from sales quotation, I have converted into the sales order and then DO. But at the end of the map, right, I have a cancel button, meaning that I probably cancel this AI invoice for whatever reason. It could be a reference number. So I cancel the AI invoice, but then I reissue an invoice accordingly, and there's this payment coming in. So using this relationship map, right, you can have a good traceability, and this will help you in your AI journey as well, because all this data has been linked in and referenced in SAP Business One. So all the data governance and all the data are the foundation, right, of the AI journey. Okay, and yep, so this is the relationship map in SAP Business One. If I go back to my enterprise search, right, if this is a common inquiry or common functions that you would like to run every day, you could actually save it as a tile into your home page. So if I do it right now, and okay, I have created a tile. If I go back to my home page over here, you should be seeing there's a new tiles over here, right? Showing search for an aid in sales quotation. So it means that the next day, I don't have to do whatever I did just now. I can simply open this tile and run it again and again and again. Okay, so this is a quick shortcut for you to actually access the certain search result or functions in SAP Business One. Okay. Again, data is the foundation of AI journey. We have all the data saved in SAP Business One, including your financial, sales, purchasing, production, inventory, service, etc. So SAP, with all this data, right, you can have analytics functions over here. So analytics functions in SAP Business One is not a static. It gives you the dashboard and KPI like this so that you have a quick glance, right, on your company's performance. So for example, now you are seeing the customer key figures, what is the total sales amount, what is the inventory quantity and top 20 selling items. So if you are interested in other view, right, you can always change to other views. For example, I'm more interested in the GP versus sales. I wanted to know my open opportunities value because I'm a salesperson. I wanted to know what can I close in the next quarter or even by the end of 2026. So all this, right, gives you a very, very quick glance when you are in SAP Business One. Okay, but then when we talk about AI, we have all the data built in SAP Business One already. I can run the dashboard, I can run the KPI, but then somehow I wanted the AI agent, right, to retrieve certain information or to present some nice dashboard or nice infographics for my meetings. So what can I do with AI? Okay, let me just switch back to my to SAP Business One. Sorry, to my deck over here. Okay. And yeah, so what do? We actually provide the solutions to bridge between the AI agent and SAP Business One. So how it works is the users begins with a business questions in natural language. So natural language, it means that it is non-technical. I do not have to write query. I do not have to select customer from customer card or item code, etc. I can simply ask a natural questions like, for example, what is the total sales that I made like yesterday? What is the outstanding invoices for my customer and etc. So you can begin with business questions in such a natural language, and the AI agent will then interprets the intent and determines what information or action required. This is where the reasoning layer, you understand the intent and formulate the task. And the MCP server that provides the bridge, right? This is the important key element that provide the bridge between the AI agent and the SAP Business One. It exposes the defined context and tools. For example, using the MCP server, the AI agent will be able to retrieve the customer's information, sales inventory, and financial information. Of course, these are the information that is approved to be retrieved. We still have the governance, we have the safety measurement inbuilt in the MCP server.
Sorry, Jamie. We are now looking at your slide showing SAP Business One. Is that the right slide?
You see my slide?
Now we can see the bridging between AI agent.
Okay, sorry, I will just redo what I say. Okay,
Thank you.
How does our AI solutions bridge between the AI agent and SAP Business One? So first of all, the user begins with a business questions in natural language. So you can ask, what is my top 5 customer? What is the outstanding invoices for unpaid, etc. So you do not have to write a queries. You do not have to write a technical statement. For example, select the outstanding invoice from the table or item code, etc. So the AI agent will then interpret the intent and determines what information or action is required. The MCP server would then provide the bridge between the AI agent and SAP Business One, it exposes defined context and tools. So for example, retrieving approved customer, sales, inventory, production, and financial information. And SAP Business One remains the system of record. It is a single source of truth. It continues to hold the data, the business rules, the documents, and the audit trail. So in a nutshell, the AI agent provides reasoning and the interaction. The MCP server controls how business context and functions are exposed. SAP Business One governs the underlying data, transactions, and process. And next, I'm going to share some use cases with you. Our first scenario is to support a sales or finance manager. And I'm going to run a sample. I'm using AI agent called Claude right now. And I'm asking the Claude, what were our top 5 customers by revenue last quarter, and which ones have overdue invoices right now from a particular database? This is the by sample database name. Okay, so this question would actually, okay, ask the top 5 customer by revenue and retrieve the data from SAP Business One through the MCP server. So if I enter this prompt in Cloud, which is the AI tools that I'm using, so I'm getting this. So I would just enter, and the AI agent would actually retrieve the data from SAP Business One and share with me who are the top 5 customers by revenue on the last quarter. You may notice that the user asks one business questions instead of running separate or multiple sales aging reports and manually combining them. The AI agent retrieves the relevant SAP Business One context and organize the response around both revenue importance and also the current credit exposure. So the business value is not merely obtaining a list of customer. It's connecting commercial performance with the collection risk so that the user can decide where follow-up is required. And again, I want to emphasize SAP Business One remains the source of truth. The AI agent doesn't store this data. It just making the information faster to retrieve, easier to interpret, to using natural language and more actionable. So the AI agent is not just listing the data, it also shows you, okay, what is the overdue. And if you look at all this icon, right, it also gives you some alerts, how urgent you should collect this outstanding payment from your customer. Okay, so you can use it for your daily operations, for finance, for sales, when you want to run a quick prompt like that. I have another example is the stock risk analysis. All of us know it is important to keep stock, but we don't overstock as well. So I write a prompt using the AI agent. Okay, using the current inventory and the last 90 days of sales, please identify the items that are likely to stock up before 31st of August. So I give some assumptions. So I assume the supplier's lead time of 14 days, show me all the relevant item information, including the stock level, the daily sales, the days of stock remaining, and predict the stock update. So using this, right, I'll be able to rank the item, okay, in terms of the criticalness level, high, risk, watch list, or safe. So now I enter this prompt in my AI agents over here. So again, this AI agent, right, will retrieve the data through the MCP server linked or connected to SAP Business One. So what it does, it runs through all the data, okay, and give me an inventory stock up risk action report like that. Okay, this report is not pre-designed, it's not pre-designed, okay, it is actually generated automatically using the AI agent. So by looking at all the data, the inventory data in my current database, right, I can see that there are 3 critical items that already out within or going to be out within 14 days. 2 items that are high risk to stock up before 31st of August, and there are 2 items that are on the low stock level right now. So by looking at this, right, the purchasing departments or procurement departments will be able to plan their inventory replenishment to beat the stock out. status like that. So this gives you a very crystal clear risk analysis. And again, the response is not just limited on showing the stock information. They also give you some predicted information, and again group the item into different critical level. And the great, this is what we call the infographic. AI agent also prepares a PowerPoint ready infographic like that. So this demonstrates the same ERP context can support operational analysis and also management presentation or communication. And the important governance points here is the recommended reorder quantity remains a recommendation. Yeah. Okay. So the buyer should still go into SAP Business One to validate the demand assumption, supplier commitments, and business priority before creating a purchase order. And I have a last use cases for management. So I'm going to have a board meeting next Monday. So I need to have some sort of a financial analysis to see our financial position. So this is a third scenario. To request a board ready financial summary based on my SAP Business One data. The data I wanted to cover includes some revenue, gross profit, net profit, cash position, my AR aging, inventory risk, and if there's any major variances, key risks, and recommended action. So if I run this AI agent, right, with this prompt, the AI agent will assemble the information into an executive style view and then provide a management observation and recommended actions. It doesn't replace the finance team um or the former month-end review. The value in this AI agent is to accelerating the first layer of analysis and presenting the information in a consistent structure. And the finance users or finance team remains the responsible for the validating the figures, explaining the accounting context, and approving the final numbers. But this type of scenario is particularly useful when management need a concise view of what changed, what it matters, and where the action is required. Okay. And yeah, so what is natural language? Natural language makes ERP data easy to use. So this is some of the natural language, or you may have used it every day. For example, a sales manager might ask for open quotation above a defined value that have no follow-up activities. A finance manager might ask which overdue customers represent the greatest collection risk this week, or a buyer might ask which items could stock up before the next supplier delivery, and a service representative might request a summary of the recent orders and unresolved issue before calling a customer. So these are strong cases because each question has a very clear business owner, a decision or actions to follow, and SAP Business One as a source of truth. So when identifying your first AI agent use cases, you should avoid beginning with a broad question such as, what can AI do for us? You should start with a recurring business questions that can train your AI that consume times and relies on data that is available in the ERP system. And how do we start? This is a common question. So from the poll just now, right, I can see that a lot of you are trying to start from somewhere, or you are already halfway of the AI journey. So the journey, right, begins with the foundation. First of all, connect and govern your ERP system like SAP Business One data and processes. And next, you should identify the repetitive use cases with clear business outcome. So for example, from the some natural language questions that I have presented just now, we could drill down or zoom into the sales related repetitive questions so that you will be able to run a more meaningful AI agent connected with SAP Business One. And after the use cases proof valuable should the organization expand into additional functions, like for example, into production, into purchasing, or into service, or more advanced action. So this sequence prevents the AI initiative from becoming a broad technology experiment. It creates a more measurable business program with clear ownership and also control risk. And yep. And start with the one business question, right? You can prove the value and then scale the AI journey with confidence as well. Okay, so this is my last slide. I hope I give you some ideas on how to start the AI journey. We are now open the Q&A flow. You may want to enter your questions in the Q&A and we will try to address it.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, so now we would like to start with our Q&A session. Okay, so the first question that we have received, right, may I know what is the AI agent name?
AI agent name. Okay,
Yeah.
the AI agent, right, could be any AI agent that allow MCP server to connect to. So from the example that I showed just now, I'm using Anthropic Claude. But if you are using ChatGPT, we will be able to make the connection as well. So these are more commonly used AI agent nowadays.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, so maybe let's just give another few seconds for the other questions to come in as well.
Okay, I think we have a question. How much does it cost to implement AI for SAP Business One? So this is a very good and broad question as well. So like what I mentioned, we got to subscribe to the MCP server, we got to subscribe the AI agent, and then we can do the some AI use cases as a pilot. So we can try to set up the AI agent connected with the sales data, for example, or any of the business data selected. Then we can give you some estimation on how much does the project cost.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay. Okay, maybe let's just give a while for the other questions to come in as well. Okay, so in the meantime, right, I understand that we also have a few contacts, a few customers who are already in the process of discussing and finding out more details, planning out their AI project. So in terms of this, maybe Jamie, would you be able to share, what would be the rough timeline of the process of such an AI project like this?
Okay, for the AI project like this, right? Probably we are talking about sometime between I don't know, 4 to 8 weeks. It depends on your availability. It depends on how much resources that we can have in the project. Okay, so importantly is to identify what are the um, natural language, the questions that will be asked in the natural language. We will then do the training to the AI agent to understand your questions in the natural language. So this part will take some time, okay? But after the training with the AI agent, you should be good to go. You should be able to start the AI journey very, very quickly.
Thank you, Jamie. So, one new question as well. So, before they have this AI, right, whether it's possible to have some ways to get real-time data updates.
Okay, AI agent, right, doesn't store the SAP database. Wherever you ask the questions or you enter a prompt, right, it retrieves the data from SAP Business One database through the MCP server. So whatever you see on the AI agent, right, it is a real-time data extracted from SAP Business One.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Jamie. Okay, so maybe I think we have cleared a few questions right now. Okay, so maybe let's just give another 1 or 2 minutes, okay, to see if anyone else has any questions to for us to address as well.
Mm.
Okay, there's another update to the previous question. Is there any way to improve real-time data to have accurate AI answers?
Okay, so real-time answers, that's where the training and testing with the AI agent, right, becomes important. So after identifying the questions to ask AI, right, okay, through the natural language, then we will go through this testing and learning process with the AI agent. That's where we will try to enter all the questions to do validation, okay, and compare with the SAP Business One data to ensure the data is consistent and real time. So there will be this phase of deployment that we need to go through to ensure the data is updated and real time.
Thank you, Jamie.
No problem.
Okay, a few more questions that I saw.
Mm.
One, can you elaborate how the MCP server is able to keep the company's data confidential?
Mm. Okay, so the MCP server, you can actually set the retention policy in your AI agent as well. So if you do not want the AI agent to retain the data, right, you can set to 0. Or if you want to MCP server or the AI agent, right, to retain certain X number of days of data, you can do that too. So in terms of the data security, the authorization, for example, it follows SAP Business One users authorization. So let's say in SAP system, right, I am a sales manager and I have limited authority to purchasing document. And I can only see sales document in SAP Business One. So if I start asking AI agent, right, any questions related to finance, okay, the AI agent will not be able to answer me because I have no authorization to the financial data in SAP Business One. So in short, it follows the SAP Business One user authorization. So this will provide governance, right, towards your data and also towards your user authorization.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. So another follow-up question, right? Would this work for SAP Business One on-site? So meaning not the cloud version of SAP Business One.
Okay, so if you run the SAP Business One on on-premise server, if I get these questions correctly, okay, the AI agent still work. Okay, but of course you need the AI agent on internet and on cloud lah. So no matter what, you still need to connect to the internet.
Sure, thanks, Jamie. Okay, so let's see whether there are further questions. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I believe probably we have managed to address most of the questions from the audience. So of course, as mentioned earlier, we will be sending out the presentation handouts to all participants after this webinar. Feel free to reach out to us anytime if you have any queries or would like to find out more, or maybe, you know, if you would like to have a personalized consultation or demonstration as well. Yeah. So I believe that's all for our webinar today. Thank you very much for your time once again, and we hope to see you at our future events as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys again. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.